ladies. So, in Detroit, yeah.
Yeah.
How's the trip been so far?
It's been a pretty fun tour. Cradle of Filth has been great to us and kind of introduced us to a whole different fan base. A lot of our, tried and true fans have been at these shows, but like I said, we're also being introduced to a pretty cool new fan base. So it's been a great time so far.
Last night we had a snowball fight. You missed out. It was so fun.
I know. That was
I whitewashed Danny. It was so much fun. And they've been so cool. Just doing all sorts of fun things together.
Word, that's what's up. So, some little known facts that I kind of googled up. You totally kicked ass in Russia in Junior Olympics.
Thank you.
And you were comic guru, which is fucking awesome. She's Captain America.
Yeah.
Comics, I'm an amateur writer, but I do
Awesome.
dabble a little bit myself. Share a couple things maybe that readers might not be familiar with yourselves. That might be it.
Well, what you said, a lot of people aren't really familiar with. My entire life was run by sports and music, and I grew up in track and field, and took me to the Junior Olympics, and it was so much fun. And then I did it in college. I was also a cheerleader for the Utah Jazz, and that's something a lot of people, I guess, probably don't know. But
You're an actress too, right?
Yeah, I started acting at the age of 11, and I did a lot of commercials, and then took a break from it, and started again when I moved to LA. Did a ton of different things, but music was always my main squease.
I can dig that.
The only thing that ended my track career actually is I broke my back pole vaulting.
Oh.
So
Ouch.
that's I would have tried to keep it going had I not, but whatever.
Okay, I bet you so.
On to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, like I said, I love comic books. I always have since I was a kid. I was definitely not a sports kid. I ran track a little bit too, but I mostly did arts, everything from drama club to arts, and I played the violin since I was 5. So like I said, more arts and music oriented for me. I write comic books and I do a lot of art still, and I was a mortician. A lot of people know that, but I guess those are some things about me that people don't generally know.
That's what's up. So, Mr. Stitch and Giggles, what's some of your favorite, what do you think of the state of comic books right now?
I think it's actually pretty cool, and there's a lot of new female writers that are coming out that are pretty amazing. I was just talking to someone yesterday about the new Poison Ivy series, which is being written by a woman. It's getting great reviews. I like a lot of the classic stuff. I love the Sandman series.
Nice.
And when I was in high school, I loved all the Image comics. Image is doing great things, I think, and they do great things with the people that write for them. They give their artists and writers a lot of freedom, which I think is amazing. So I think it's a good time in comics, and I think people are more open-minded about comics these days. It's not just for weirdos anymore, probably because of the help of
I don't think it was ever just for weirdos.
But
I think we
it was
can-
for everybody.
There's always an idea about certain cultures, like the metal culture, comic culture, all that stuff, and I think it's becoming way more mainstream because of the movies and everything that are coming out.
Yeah,
So
Robert
TV
Downey Jr.,
shows.
Iron Man totally helped that one out.
Yeah.
Let's see. You were
I
also...
liked Jessica Jones.
yeah?
The TV show was really cool.
It's a funny thing, I haven't seen it yet.
It's so good. You have to see it. It's so good.
Yeah, I had this whole plan in my head because with the Netflix shows and Marvel movies, you watch them, they're fucking awesome, and you're like,
turn
oh,
it
I
on
need
and
more.
You can't stop. And
Yeah.
that was my whole thing. It was every day in and day out. It was, I'm gonna sit and design shoes. I'm gonna turn on Jessica Jones, and I went through the entire series in 2 days.
Nice. Yeah. So for me, I was I'm gonna wait to watch it so that I can power watch it and then watch the season 2 of Daredevil. So there's not I need more of that.
Yeah, exactly.
In the meantime. But all right. So you also cited one of the things that I noticed is you cited Slipknot as a big influence on you. You care to go more into that a little bit?
Well, Slipknot for me, it's kind of interesting. I think a lot of things that drive us, and we are interested in and driven by fear. And The first time I was introduced to Slipknot, I was at the skate park. I used to tell my parents that I was going running, and I would sneak away to the skate park and hang out with all the metalheads. And I saw this kid wearing a Slipknot shirt, and I remember it frightened me. So I had to know what it was about. I had to know, and as soon as I got into it, it was just like the lyrics were so. It just described everything in my life, and I mean. Surfacing anything you could think of by them at that moment was just me as an angry teenager, and that shaped a lot of who I was, but also even still, I mean, the music is still a huge influence for us. The nice thing is that they're kind of just something in and of themselves, and they're very accessible, but all at the same time heavy as well. So
True that.
We use Slipknot as a huge influence.
So what's it like when you come home to get to do shows here, you know? Like, it's got to be like way
it's
different.
Always awesome. It's always great when your parents get to come to the show. I mean, when we're in Utah and we see Heidi's parents, it's the same. It's just great to know, we both left home at a young age to pursue our dreams, and when you are out there on stage in front of a big crowd, people singing along, and your parents see that, it's just a really cool thing for them. That's what you want for your child, to see, to see their dreams come true. And
For sure.
so it's awesome. And then of course seeing my old friends, and just this place in particular, St. Andrews Hall, I saw all of my favorite shows from my youth here at this very place. Everybody from Marilyn Manson on. I saw Marilyn Manson here in the early 90s before he was famous, and I remember it was such a powerful show for me, and I have such great memories here. And I used to come every single Friday night to the dance club here at Shelter, dance to
for sure.
to rock and roll. So this is a very special place for me, and it's just a great honor to be back here and playing on the stage that I stared at my whole youth. So
it's got to be pretty surreal, to be on the other side now.
And plus, I've always been wanting to bring the band down to downtown Detroit. It's such a cool little area with the Greek town, and there's so many iconic things around here, and it's just cool for my bandmates to see what the real Detroit is like.
I'm going ice skating later.
Oh yeah?
There's ice skating down there. Hell yeah, definitely doing that.
For sure, winter sports, get it in when you can.
Yeah.
Speaking of winter sports, are you a Wings fan?
I was a Wings fan growing up here. I mean, I still am, or not, a
Yeah.
hometown fan.
Yeah.
But back in the day, I had season tickets to go see the Red Wings, when I still lived here. And I loved hockey, One of my first crushes was Bob Probert when I was a kid. I used to collect all of his hockey cards.
Yeah.
So I thought he was just the coolest. So yeah, I don't think you cannot be a fan of hockey growing up in this area.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you get deported
It's really
from
the only
Michigan.
sport I ever.
They kick you out.
Right on. So what are you guys looking forward to as your tour goes on?
Well, it's almost over. There's only three dates left with Cradle of Filth, which is really sad. It'll be sad to see him go, but then after that we're gonna do a headlining run. It's gonna be really fun to play a longer set and play more things, and we're gonna be launching a really cool website here in a couple weeks that we're really excited about. And as tour goes on, just more and more things pop up that are just as exciting, and to be heading back into the West Coast where the good weather is, it's not too shabby either. So,
yeah, I wouldn't mind if you could bring some of that sunshine over here.
I know.
We've actually been very lucky this tour. There's been a lot of good weather. It's been minimally cold, so
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, the snow's one thing you get enough of when you live here long. Let's see. And to wrap it up, what are you guys looking forward to after the show tonight?
I'm gonna go get some Greek food, 100%, because they have the best Greek food in the world here. Maybe not outside of Greece.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a second.
And I'm gonna have some drinks. All my brothers are gonna be here, and I'm gonna have some drinks with them, and just have a good night.
I'm gonna go ice skating, and then I have to hop on an airplane. So I'm not gonna get too crazy with the drinks.
Well, the good thing about being drunk on an airplane is once you're in the air, they can't kick you off,
That's true. They can strap you to your seat, though, and have officials waiting for you when you get off the planes.
This is true. So yeah, all right, maybe you should go with your plan instead of
Probably
mine.
just keep it mellow.
All right, I think I'm good.
Okay, cool. Alrighty.
Ladies, have a good show.
Thank you.
Alright. Alrighty.
ladies, have a good show.